I was told it was going to cost me $3,400 to ship my Porsche across the country, to which I said, I can do that for cheaper, but we had a very strict timeline we had to work with. Because of registration nonsense I still do not understand between Ontario and BC, we could only get a 10-day permit between where we could pick up the car in Toronto, get it prepped and ready for this road trip, and then drive it 4,700 kilometers out to Vancouver, where we then had to get it inspected and registered before the 10 days were up. The next step was to find a co-pilot. After a few phone calls to friends who told me I was absolutely insane for wanting to do this, I called the one person who I thought was just as crazy as I was. I called my best friend Alex, who jumped on a plane and 2 days later met me in Toronto. Now, keep in mind, Alex has never been in a Porsche.
We're about to surprise my best friend with my new car. I swindled her into going on this road trip with me, but I haven't actually shown her the car that we're road tripping across the country. So we're at the airport picking her up in Toronto, and we're gonna see what she thinks. Have to make sure she's properly equipped for this road trip. Holy shit! Oh my god! What? I promise. Holy shit, it's so low! This is insane.
With the car now prepped and my co-pilot in Toronto with me, all that was left to do was conquer the 4,700 kilometer drive. We spent the next 4.5 days in my Cayman, laughing, collecting bug guts, and potentially crying a little bit during all the flat, straight roads in the prairies. You don't even need autopilot. The road does it for you. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I documented our entire road trip on my Instagram stories, with kilometer updates, coffee, and gas stops. Because of our tight timeline, the goal was to make it to Vancouver in under 5 days.
Let's go find the car.
With 4,700 kilometers of bug guts and brake dust, she really needed a spa day. Thanks to all the prep that we did in the last video, this process was a lot easier, everything came off, and there wasn't really any damage done during our road trip. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, never having done a road trip this long before, let alone in a Porsche, but I was pleasantly surprised. We were able to do this road trip for far under the $3,400 that I was originally quoted. I think our total cost came in around $1,500-ish, which is a lot better, and we had so much fun. The gas mileage was also surprisingly good. That was my biggest concern with this drive. I think because I'm used to the gas prices we have out here in Vancouver, doing that the entire way across the country would probably have made this more expensive than shipping the car. Safe to say, if I was ever going to do this road trip again, I know exactly what car I'd be taking.